Hey guys, Manny back here with another video on the CascadeScents fragrance station, and this is another open letter, this time to Christian Dior. Now, of course, I'm not talking about Christian Dior himself because sadly he is long gone. I'm not talking about his apparel either. Again, this is a fragrance channel, so we're talking about Christian Dior fragrances. And Dior has done some legendary lines themselves. We're talking Poison, J'adore, Dior Addict, Eau Sauvage, Dior Homme, Fahrenheit, and potentially Sauvage. So yeah, designer level game is on point, and they also have a great line of exclusive level fragrances called La Collection Privée. I think Dior is especially cool because with all of these lines, I feel like there's something for everyone as far as their taste. Bang for buck value is also pretty good with Dior too, because with the milliliters that you buy stuff at, I'd say that the quality is really there and they do perform for the most part. But I do have some things that I'd rather make points out of from Dior in my own utopian sort of way. So here are my ideal list of things in the form of this open letter. Starting with, Dear Christian Dior, please do not create any more furthermore generic Sauvage flankers. Like, I haven't even smelled it yet, but thanks for telling me what it is, an even fresher version of Sauvage thanks to its name and its preview on FRAGCAST. But even if it ends up becoming really nice, can we still see this as a not redundant offering from Dior? As a result, they might as well hit us with a Sauvage Spore anyway, or an Eau, an Aqua, Cologne, the list goes on. I mean, they've done this kind of thing for Dior Homme and Fahrenheit, but I'm not even mad with those offerings from Dior because the original versions of those weren't even aquatics to begin with. I'm just saying, as far as my nose is concerned, I think Sauvage is already watery enough, and I just don't think we need any more flankers in that direction. Flankers are inevitable, yes, but a more creative approach would be nice. But if less creative approaches are what's paying the bills for Dior as of late, then I really can't blame them. But again, this is just my humble utopian letter/rant. Anyway, let's move on to my second point for this letter, and that is, Dear Christian Dior, please distribute Dior en Parfum to more areas. Now, I'm absolutely in love with this juice because I think it was exactly what the Dior Homme line needed, and that is balls. Don't get me wrong, it's still lipsticky as hell, but when you add that leather note into it, it's just infused so properly, so then you have this big beast mode of a scent cloud, and it's not as girly, which I really appreciate. But anyone who's familiar with how great this juice is will also know that it is also a European exclusive. But the fact that I can't pick it up here in North America, I think is kind of rubbish. Like, what's wrong with selling this at Dior desks and Sephora's and online? I think we would all benefit with this. So on the one hand, there's me trying to be unique in my Dior Homme sort of way, and on the other hand, I just want to be able to share this with everyone. Let's hope this happens as soon as possible, but probably not at all. Now on to my next point for this open letter, and that is, Dear Christian Dior, please create more gourmand fragrances. If Dior had another hit in 2015 besides Sauvage, it was definitely Fève Délicieuse from the La Collection Privée line. Now, I actually hate F-Dizzle because I dislike tonka bean as a central note. To me, it's just stuffy in a sickly sort of way. It's so piercing to my nose, and I just can't deal with it. That being said, I recognize the blend quality here. Francois Demachy is a really cool master perfumer for being able to do a gourmand fragrance like this, which he really hasn't been accustomed to doing for Dior ever yet. And since this is so well made, I'd like to see more of this in the La Collection Privée line, but also in the designer lines as well. Like, how cool would it be to have an original men's gourmand fragrance from Dior? And if they ever did that, for my sake at least, I hope it's not tonka bean centered. To me, that craze is so 2015, 2016 anyway. Maybe solely a vanilla gourmand, just saying, I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, if you agree with this and you want to also see more gourmands out of Dior, give this video a thumbs up. And now that brings us to our last point, kind of on the La Collection Privée tip, and that is, Dear Christian Dior, please make smaller quantities of these. Now, I personally love the La Collection Privée line. That's why I kind of upgraded and got 250 ml sizes of both Gris Montagne and Bois d'Argent. But if half the size of this in 125 mls is the smallest that I can get, then I think that is a little too much, especially for some of those deeper and darker cold weather offerings like Ambre Nuit, Eau d'Ispahan, and Fève Délicieuse. Like, those scents are just bombs, and I couldn't picture anyone going through just a 125 ml of that. So maybe they'd be a little justified to make 50 or 75 ml options. But if you guys do that, Dior, please keep these 250 ml options or higher available for greedy people like me. And yeah, again, I think that is my last point on this open letter. So there it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed this open letter to Christian Dior. Christian Dior, if you guys were watching, I hope you enjoyed this too. And yes, there's definitely more I could have delved into, like reformulations and all that jazz, but for the sake of the length of this video, and I think that could be its own video itself. I'm just going to abstain from talking about them right here. If you guys are enjoying this open letter type of content, please let me know in the comments below. Also, like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, if you want more great fragrance kind of content. And hopefully I see you for the next open letter or just any fragrance related video in general. And until then guys, thanks as always for watching. Take care, peace out, see ya.